Aloha, Ronnie Tsunami here with Traffic to Tribe, and I want to share a personal story with you about being authentic. A couple years ago, I was told not to be myself. Can you believe that? That's right. Let me explain. A couple years ago, when I first entered the coaching space, I was told to lose the island style that I was known for. I mean, I became known for my island style because I was a musician for 8 years with a band called the Tsunami Wave Riders. So, being this musician, this island musician, imagine Jimmy Buffett meets Santana in Hawaii. That's what I did. That was me. I was Ronnie Tsunami, this musician. And when I became a coach, I was teaching technology and business by sharing it through an island style or island motif. So I have a whole surf theme. All of my workshops and seminars had island music, had hula dancers. I mean, I really went all out islandy. And I was told by top experts, and I won't name the experts, but very well known in the space, who said, you've got all these great credentials. You need to lead with these credentials rather than your island style. Because my credentials, for instance, were that I worked for the Pentagon, I worked for the Secretary of Defense, or I worked for Microsoft, or I'm a certified project manager, and blah, blah, blah. All of this stuff that really would show my skill levels, if you will, my experience, was what I'm supposed to lead off with, as opposed to sitting in front of a monitor and going, aloha, right? I left that meeting a couple years ago. I remember coming home on the plane, and I was the saddest person you could ever see. Well, basically, I was told not to be myself, that especially someone who was involved with technology, that being islandy was anti-technology. There was, if you're from the islands, you're not seen as technology savvy. So I gave it up. In fact, I came home, I rebranded all of my websites, all of my social media sites, took off the Tiki Techie because I was known as Ronnie Tsunami, the Tiki Techie, took off the Tiki thing just so I wasn't, again, seen as islandy. I changed my talks, my signature talks, to reflect more of a business feel. I got rid of the Aloha shirts that I wore and put on a suit and tie. And you know what? I sucked. I absolutely sucked. People saw through it. They looked at me and went, there's something strange. He has the experience and knowledge. They could sense that, but they could also sense that I wasn't being true. They didn't know what. They just went, there's something off. So what ended up happening, people didn't trust me. There was just something off about me. And it wasn't until a couple of coaching friends of mine really turned me around, other coaches that said, hey, you really need to be yourself. What happened? And when I told them the story, they said, forget that. And within a few months of rebranding myself again back to my original self, my authentic self, my true self, I made $50,000 within 3-4 months. That was big because people sensed it. They knew me, they saw me, they really understood me, because even if they didn't, I was saying the same words, but by my look, my feel, and the fact that I was happy, I was truly happy, and they sensed it, they could see it. That's the difference here. I want to ask you, are you happy with what you're doing right now, what you're projecting out there? I know there's a lot of experts out there, coaches that, and gurus, the so-called gurus, that are telling you this is the formula, this is the blueprint that you need to follow. These are the people you need to emulate, their style, if you want to succeed just like they did. I don't believe that. I believe that you can succeed being you. Your experiences, your successes, and your failures are what sets you apart. And if you're sharing those lessons learned, including your failures, then you're being authentic. You're being vulnerable, as we say, but you're not just sharing how you felt, you're sharing your wins, and you're showing people, you're demonstrating that you want to help them avoid the same mistakes that you made. It's powerful. It's very powerful. And so when you're thinking about building your tribe and ways to do that, don't always put yourself super high on a pedestal and act like you've never had problems and that you've just blown away the competition, you've been successful in your niche. I've seen that all the time, but you've got to be authentic. And authentic means being you, sharing your successes and your failures, and being true to your audience and explaining what you intend to do for them and why. You know, it's easy to say what you're doing. I'm going to do this, 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 and this for you. I'm going to help you with this, 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 this. These pain points I'm going to solve for you. But let me tell you this. You might sell them, you might not. But if you tell people your story and you're authentic and real with them, you will see so much more loyalty. You will see more conversions because people will trust you more. And ultimately, you yourself will feel good about what you do. You won't feel like there's a mask that you're putting on. And ultimately, you will be happier. And isn't that what it's all about? Helping others and being happy with it yourself, not feeling like you're faking it. Okay, so you had some failures. That's not an issue. That's a good thing. Having failures is better than not having any failures at all. You identify with people. They resonate with you, or they will resonate with you, or you will resonate with them because they understand you've been through their pain. But if you don't tell them about it, you're not real. You put this puffed up image of yourself, then it's not going to help anyone. So if you're building your tribe, whether it's online or in person at networking meetings or conferences or events, be real and choose your persona here. Don't choose your persona based on other people's expectations. You don't need to follow anyone else's expectations but your own. So remember that. So think about this. You want an exercise. I want you to write down your story. I want you to write down the problem you're trying to solve for people. But then under that, I want you to write why. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to solve this problem? What does it mean to you? And ultimately, what you hope to accomplish. If you can put that on paper and you can say that on video and you can say that in person to people, I promise you, it will resonate. It'll resonate with the people that need your help. It may not resonate with everybody, but it will resonate with the people who need your help. That's my tip for the day. Ronnie Tsunami with Traffic the Tribe. Aloha.